I have no idea what I'm doing. Hello, guys. I'm just purely testing out my camera and this whole live stream thing. I have no idea what I'm doing. So I wanted to just give it a quick test run, really quick. And I was hoping that it was like late at night, so maybe nobody would see me trying this out. So if you're out there, say something. Let me know. I'm going to check this chat and see if it's working. Is it working? I should use this for like a random like question and answer. But I got the Canon M50 camera. So I have it propped up right now. I have the light going, the microphone. I am not tech savvy at all. And I have my computer screen up. So this is a trial. Eventually, I will start doing more lives and actually schedule them. Or if you guys have certain topics that you want me to talk about, I'll do it this way. And then I'll figure out how to bring you guys on because I really want to interact with you guys this way. But I was like, you know what? I might as well just try it, test it out, see how it goes. Make sure you guys can hear me and you can see me and the lighting's good. So give me some feedback. Hello. I'm trying to like read my prompts at the same time. What's going on? Okay, so yeah, I wanted to make sure I was good to go. So I'm only going to stay on here actually a few minutes. If you want to ask me anything, go ahead. But this was really just, like I said, my trial run. I know I could have set my page to private and tried it. But since I needed some people, like, I don't have anybody here in my house right now, except for my little moderator. But I wanted to try it with you guys. And, I knew you guys were going to be brutally honest with me. Let's see. Oh, hey, girl. Hey, guys. Okay, everything's cool. Any questions while I'm on here? Absolutely, you can ask me anything. This will probably be one of the very few times I will publicly say you guys can ask me anything, and I'm doing it because it's not a lot of you guys on here. All right, yes, this is straight baby steps, like straight baby steps. Then you'd be surprised. This is what I've been recording my videos with. Just my iPhone, my iPhone or whatever, which is perfect, but it's too much. Like it's too much. I'm trying to edit from here and everything because I didn't even know my laptop had editing software. So I just found that out. I have to test that out as well. Where are you guys from? You guys are up kind of late. Where are you guys from? Okay, so great question, Michael. What gave me the inspiration to start making videos? All right, so you guys know my first video was actually the Kevin Samuels review. I had previously made a lot of like workout videos and stuff for my clients. So I owned a gym for almost 10 years with my ex. I was a trainer. I had a women's fitness program, and then I did more kind of like wellness and lifestyle coaching. So I've been doing a lot of stuff on Instagram and Zoom, but I get tons of messages and things in my inbox constantly, like asking me for advice about different things and stuff like that. I try to be really transparent. So I was like, you know what? I probably need to do a YouTube, but I have been putting it off because I was like, I'm not ready. I don't want to do this. I'm not, I don't have an intro. I don't have an outro because I see all these flashy YouTube videos. And then a mentor of mine, literally last week with the Kevin Samuels thing, we were talking about it. He was like, people need to hear this. People need to hear your viewpoints. He was like, just do a YouTube video. I didn't even have a YouTube channel. So I literally created my YouTube channel and put the videos out there because I really wanted to have a wider platform, kind of grassroots level, to reach people and just to give my voice to everything instead of trying to constantly go to my inbox and see people coming through. I wanted to be able to have an interaction like this so I could, like I said, reach more people. But a lot of people want to know my background. Like I said, I was a trainer and I've done coaching. I am all about healing. If you have not been able to tell that yet from my videos, I am very real. I am very raw. I'm all about accountability. I hold myself accountable for a lot. It was definitely a process. And we just live in a day and age where I'm over the blame game. I'm over the bitterness. I'm over all of the division. Like men and women, we should not be at each other's throats. Like we are literally stronger together. And we're on this, kick where we're all like, oh, stronger together. Let's empower each other. But we're not empowering each other. So that's what I'm here for. Bay Area, Toronto, awesome. I am originally I'm from St. Louis, and I went to college. I went to Xavier in New Orleans only for like part of my freshman year. And then I transferred from there and I went to Michigan State University. So I'm a Spartan. I graduated from Michigan State. I was there for like 8 years, not going to school the whole time, but almost the whole time. But I lived in Michigan for like 8 years. And then with my first child, I moved back home. Let's see. Am I married to Tyron Woodley? Who is that? No. I was married to Tyron for a long time, for almost 10 years. Yes. Oakland. What year at MSU? I came out in 2005. I want to say it was 2004. One of those. I was up there forever. Beautiful. Thank you very much. All right. So what do you guys want to hear me? Let me see. What do you guys, let's do this because I want to be real. So I have been getting called a pick-me, right? Did not know what a pick-me was, looked it up, and I'm like, really, like really a pick-me? Because I'm not speaking the way you want me to speak and I'm not saying what you want me to say. So all of a sudden I'm a pick-me. The name calling is absolutely hilarious. And you guys know I have the 3 kids. So I'm like, these people sound like children. I'm like, pick-me? Yeah, okay. Let me see. Oh my gosh, somebody would say U of M forever. No, I'm just kidding. Very good. Tuscaloosa. Awesome. Okay, so how do you guys feel about, I'm going to ask you, so let's be real about the accountability thing. So I know a lot of people talk about it, but they don't really do it. Have any of you guys ever had to hold yourself accountable in a situation when you really wanted to blame the other person and rightfully so, but you were like, you know what? No, let me kind of check myself, leave them over here and like hold myself accountable, see how I handled the situation, see where I went wrong or whatever. So I know, like I said, we talk about accountability, but a lot of people don't do it because it's hard to hold ourselves accountable. Trust me. Big Ten. Let me see. Sister to failure. Yep. Okay. So my favorite, I'll let you guys think about that question. Some of my favorite YouTubers, I'm not gonna lie, I don't really think I have any faves. I usually go on YouTube to figure out how to fix something in my house or how to make something, how to put something together. That's normally what I use it for. But I know a lot of people, use YouTube. I have some friends that are YouTubers. Fake the funk or keep it real. Keep it real. You got to keep it real. I kind of lived a life where I had to be this image and kind of, keep everything together. And I really do not like doing that. It takes a toll on people. It sucks the life out of you. It's extremely, extremely draining. And I've had people on YouTube since I've been on here and they're like, oh, your page is growing so fast. I'm like, is it really? Like, I came on here because I wanted to reach people. And I wanted to have all of these uncomfortable conversations because you only grow from being uncomfortable. That's where real growth comes from. And I wanted to bring back men and women. And I wanted to speak to men, hear from men, connect with them, and also connect with women. Well, the women who are willing to grow, the ones who are tired of being miserable and bitter and pointing the finger. So those are the women that I speak to, the ones who are like, you know what, I'm tired of being here. Like, let me do something and like change my life. So that's why I came on here and everything. Let's see what's going on. Oh, yes, the women are probably gonna hate my talking points. Somebody told me earlier, he was like, it's sad, you have some great talking points, but he was like, you're not gonna have a large female audience because you don't have a victim mindset. I was like, dang, I read it in my comments. And I'm like, but you know what? I've never been one to try to fit in. I like to go against the grain. So, and I've never backed down from a challenge. And I am going to try and get my female followers up once my voice keeps getting out there. But I know that there are some women who are down for changing, down for, like changing the narrative, getting together with our men, not giving up on you all, because I would never give up on you all. First, because my father is one of my best friends. And the way he raised me, I just absolutely adore him. And then I have sons. There's no way I'm giving up on our men at all. Never, ever. Fitness content. I will definitely, so that's the thing. I will definitely post fitness content. A lot of people want to know what I stand for. And honestly, I'm all about living being our best selves, but mentally, spiritually, and physically. It's all attached. The mind, the body, and the soul is all one unit. And if we're hitting our marks in all those areas, not perfect, none of us are perfect. But if we're really like getting our mind together and we're focused and we're leaving out chatter, if we're feeding our spirit, no matter whoever you believe in, whatever higher power you believe in, if you feed your spirit, it helps keep you grounded. And then like our bodies, you have to train your body. You get one. And exercise is a great stress reliever. It's great for your mental health. It's great for your emotional health. So I'm all about mind, body, and spirit, or mind, body, and soul, whatever you want to call it. So I will give fitness tips, and I'll give realistic, just health tips when it comes, like whatever it comes to. And I will try to give you guys my honest opinion. And that goes for, the men and the ladies or whatever. Oh, somebody's about to run. Good. Have a great run. Okay, somebody says that they can always spot when Black women do not have daddy issues. So if I wouldn't have spoke about my dad, could you guys tell that I was close to my father or no? But I was raised by my mom and my dad in the same household, but I am my father's daughter. I am definitely his daughter for sure. I am not from Florissant. I am not from Florissant. I am from the suburbs of St. Louis. And I'm not from the east side. I'm glad nobody asked about. I'm not from the east side either. Yes, running is good. Very, very good mental clarity. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you guys are on my first live as well. It was literally just a trial. I was like, okay, maybe like 5 people will get on here and tell me, what's going on. But it's literally a trial. And I think I'm gonna go live to finish off. If you guys didn't watch what I had to say about, do women view submitting as a weakness? So part 2 is going to be me closing it out. And obviously I'm going to go over the people who said, no, they don't view it as a weakness. And then the people who are in the gray area, like, oh, it depends. No, it doesn't. Like if you married the person, it doesn't depend. You're supposed to submit. But I'm going to cover that and just some other things. So I may do that through a live. So you guys can just like type in questions and I'll try to keep up with them as much as possible. Let me see. How many? There's a few of them. Okay, yes. So you can definitely tell that my father he is amazing. He was loving, but he wasn't. I don't know. He held us accountable at a young age. He held me at a very high standard. So even when I would do stuff and I would make mistakes, he would be disappointed in me because he was like, Avery, you knew better. And I hate hearing that. I hate seeing somebody's face saying like, you knew better. So a lot of the ways that I have, some of the foundation that I have, that I had to go back to during my relationships and all of that, it has really helped me become a better woman, because my father did speak life into me and speak, a lot of realness and all, and everything like that at a young age. So he was like, hey, when it comes down to it, even when I was young, he was like, if a man breaks your heart, he was like, there's nothing I can do about that. He said, if he puts his hands on you, that's another story. He was like, but if a guy breaks your heart, he was like, I'm sorry, but it's a part of life. So that's just how I stand with a lot of stuff. It's just life is too short to be, hanging back. Somebody asked, what is one thing in life that I want to accomplish that I have not yet? Honestly, my passion is helping people change their lives for the better. Like 100%, like hands down. I'm a builder. I'm a giver. Um, Through my whole kind of like life process so far, I do have a compassionate heart now, because for years I lacked compassion, empathy. So I have all of that now. So really that like my life goal is changing as many lives as I can, impacting as many lives as I can, just so people can be like, you know what? I saw you one day or I heard something you said, and because of you, you know, I decided to deal with this, or because of you, we broke this generational curse in my family, or because of you, I decided to work out or, save my marriage or whatever. So that's it. And I'm going to try and do that until like I take my last breath. Ooh, soul ties. I might have some blocked in my phone right now that have been blocked for like 20 years. Yes, we can definitely talk about soul ties one day. Would I do interviews with other content creators? For sure. You guys have to remember, I have not even been on here 14 days yet. So I love the advice you guys give me, and everything like that. So yeah, I am open to doing, collabs with other content creators for sure. Let me see. Yes, a lot. You know what? A lot of solid women do have great relationships with their fathers. Actually, the funny thing is, um, the few girlfriends that I have, I only keep a few, gotta keep a few friends. All of them have great relationships with their fathers, actually. Okay, so super chat. You guys have hit me to all of this. All right, so super chat, I hit my marks within the first week to become like a YouTube partner or whatever. So I got my watch hours and my subscribers. And super chat is a function on that I can use, during the live stream, but I have to wait for them to approve or review my, account to say that I can be a YouTube partner, and then I will have the super chat function on here. Because I didn't even know what that was. Please work with Kevin Samuels. You guys have to tell him to work with me. You you have to tell him to work with me. Um, he is. I think he's a fun guy. One thing about Kevin Samuels is that he makes people uncomfortable, and that's what we need. It's crazy because we live in a world where you have some people who are craving realness and authenticity, and then you have others who still just want to be living in their own like la la land. And it's like, no, that's not how it works. So then when somebody like him comes on the scene, it's like, oh my God, like how could he? No, we need that. And I'm telling you guys, only if you knew, they are trying to get me to pick a side. People are trying to get me to pick a side on here. I don't do that. I have people look at me and just assume that I'm one way. I do not pick sides. I came on here like I have a purpose. I'm doing somebody, I'm doing the will of God, and I am on here not to choose sides. I'm not teaming up with these people just because they're women. And Kevin Samuels, yes, I do agree a lot with what he does. I may do it differently. Some people might not respect the way he does it, and I get it. I respect him because that's his way and that's his show. But one thing I like is that the stuff he talks about, and if people really listen, when he says go to therapy, but he talks about the importance of therapy in the Black community, which is very real, because I've been through that whole thing with therapy, and I feel like I couldn't talk to anybody because they're like, oh, you're married to this person, you have this, your life should be so good. You don't have anything wrong. And I was just like, what? Black women don't get help. We don't go to therapy. We don't talk. So I went through all those battles. So that's why I like when he brings up stuff like that. People just get hung up on the other stuff, but he's honest. Like, he's honest. These ladies want to know how to get this or how to get that, but they don't want to listen. They don't want to listen to me because I'm not like somebody said, I don't have the victim mindset, but I'm hoping that they will, because it's all love. Like, our queens are amazing. My kings are amazing. And if we could just get over a lot of stuff, we can't always rehash it. Let it go. Like I said, let it go. It's back there. And just like, what can we do now in this moment? Like, how can I become the best woman? How can you become the best man? How can we become like the bomb together and like build and, fight and have each other's backs? Like, that's honestly what it's all about. Okay, Ken's gonna say. No, I definitely don't hate. I don't hate black men at all. Like I said, I don't. I was created by one, and I'm raising some. So I cannot hate what I created. I don't want my boys to hate themselves. I also don't want them to let people just all over them, because they are black men. So they have to know their worth. You know what? That's a really good point, because we're always telling women like, "Girl, know your worth," and all that. Like, men need to know their worth too. We all need to know our worth. Like, we should all have these standards. I don't know what's up with the one-sided stuff, guys. I'm gonna try to break through that barrier and honestly just show women like, hey, we can support each other. But the way we're doing it, like, if we keep going like this, what we know is like, as the Black family unit and just the family unit in general is gonna be like null and void. And I don't want that for the people that are coming up behind me at all. Roxy Beckles. Okay, so I'm gonna go back through and watch this and look at all you all's chats. I know I'm missing some because it's just me, trying this, but I'm gonna look at these people that you guys are mentioning for sure. How many days a week do I work out? Okay, now let me be honest. Since I've been trying to do this, a lot of times during the day, I'm like researching stuff and looking things up. So I haven't been hitting my workouts as much, but honestly, on a low end, at least 3 times. And then sometimes 5, but I don't do all these crazy workouts all the time. If you go to my Instagram, um, I do a lot of body weight workouts, um, a lot of HIIT workouts, like 30 minutes or less, just so I can like get it in. I do lift. I don't have to lift really heavy, but to me, the most important piece of exercise equipment you will ever own is your body. So, and a lot of people don't know how to use their body. They think that they're dependent on a gym. And I try to build a life where I don't have to be dependent on gyms or anything like that, because working out and exercising is like a big, part of my therapy or whatever. Yes, I don't. Yes, some of you guys can be a moderator sometime. I have to also figure out how to bring you guys in so I can hear your voices and everything like that. Um, thank you guys. Oh, okay. So really quick, this is gonna, I should do this in another live. I'm gonna ask you guys now when you're on here. What are you all? And this is not a New Year's resolution. I don't really do those, but what are you guys letting go of or leaving behind in 2020? Like, for real, not the cliche stuff, but like really, like, I'm leaving self-doubt behind. I realized that from, just, being married to being married, having kids and all of that, and then having clients, I find my comfort in kind of being in the background and lifting others up and seeing other people like, reach their success and claim their life and all of that. So for myself, I've always been kind of like, kind of like that. And I had to push myself out here, all this digital stuff, and I wasn't in front of people like face to face. And I realized then I was like, I had all these doubts creeping up. Like, are you sure? You're used to being a builder, you're used to being in the background, because that's where I was comfortable. And that's where, like, I don't mind being in the trenches with people. That's another thing. Some people want to get with people when they're up here and say like, oh, I help make them. No, I like to get in the trenches. I like to be in the trenches with people, to meet them in their process or whatever. So anyway, now since it was my turn to kind of push, like I'm pushing myself out there. I'm not helping develop anybody else but myself. And I had some like fears and some self-doubt. And I'm just like, no, like I did not come all this way. I did not experience all this stuff to have self-doubt. So I'm completely leaving self-doubt in 2020. Get on Clubhouse. I have no idea what that is, but somebody else told me about that. Passive communication behind in 2020. That is awesome. Leaving all of 2020 behind. I know. But you know what? I know it was a lot for a lot of people, but I honestly made the best out of it. Like, even through that little virtual homeschooling, but I honestly tried to make the best out of it. But yeah, I'm over 2020 as well. Corona for sure. Everybody's saying Miss Corona. Somebody's laughing. I said the trenches. I'm telling you, no, that's where I meet people, in the trenches. Like, it's something about meeting people when they aren't all the way developed. They may not believe in themselves all the way, or they have all these naysayers trying to talk them out of whatever. And I like to be that voice. It's like, I just have a spirit of discernment when it comes to that. So I can see things in people sometimes before they can even see it. And I like to see that come to life, to stand back and see somebody like hit whatever goal, whatever it is. Even if I've had clients before who didn't have cars and they pulled up to the gym and they're like, I finally got a car. You know what I'm saying? Those moments are everything. Or when people win world titles, or when people get a promotion, or when people, leave the job that they're miserable at and they become an entrepreneur. Like, anytime I see somebody take that step and I was a part of it, it is absolutely priceless. You have no idea. I'm leaving suckers behind in 2020. You know what I'm leaving behind in 2020? Jealous family members. I'm gonna do a talk on that, because I've noticed, especially in the Black community, we normalize jealous family. We'll be like, oh, well, that's just how they are, or they're just like that. No, toxic. Like, I don't understand that. Blood is thicker than water. No, like, boundaries with them too. But like that jealousy, and they don't want to see you shine. They don't want to help you, succeed and all that. I am not down for that. Greetings. Fear and starting only when you're 100% ready. Exactly. Definitely leave that behind. That's a good one. I'm leaving that behind as well. Because I was like, oh, I can't do a YouTube. I need to rebrand myself. I have to do this. I have to do this. No. Which celebrity people say I look alike? I look like, okay, so I don't know. I get Kenya Moore a lot. Like, they say they like some form of Kenya Moore. I don't really see it. I don't know if it's just the brown skin thing. I'm trying to think who else. Some of the other ones I really don't know. Let me see. Suckers, let me see. Not sure what I'm leaving behind in 2020. Year of major reflection on self. That is awesome. I think a lot of people had to do a lot of self-reflection in 2020. I hope so. From the looks of it, some people didn't, but a lot of us did. That's awesome, Erica. A. Marie. Oh, they're all gorgeous. Thank you for saying congrats on going live. I'm sorry, you guys, it's all over the place, but another reason I did it this way is because I know me, I try to plan, like, I don't always try to plan stuff out, but when I'm nervous about doing something, I'm like, oh no, I can't do it. I have to plan it. I got to pick a topic. I have to like make it good. And I'll do all of that. And it'll be like 5 days later, 10 days later, and I haven't done it yet. So I'm like, you know what? Screw it. Let's just go. I don't care if it's 2 people on here. I don't care if it's 10. I just need to try it, get it out the way. And, so we can start doing this. But I'm going to get better with everything. Dark skin Beyonce. That's a first. Is Tyrant my husband? You have to go back and look. I already said it. No, not anymore. He is not. We are great co-parents, though. Like, seriously, we really are, and that comes from maturity and growth. Tatiana, I'll leave for a split second. I look like your future wife. Awesome. Definitely leave the bitter baby mama behind. And when I say this, what I'm saying is, with some people, you just have to lead by example, because they can't argue by themselves. They can't do all that foolishness on their own. And you'd be surprised. Like, there were some bitter people that I just wanted to like change them. But once I got my stuff together, at first they were like, she probably hasn't changed. You know how people look like, oh, you really haven't changed. That's the first thing they say. Oh, this will only be for like a second. That was years ago. And eventually they just kind of fell in line. So they still may be bitter with other people, or they still may be off the chain and negative with other people. But once you draw those lines and you just don't entertain it at all, they have no place but to fall in line. It's like they just fall in line. They may not be on the same level as you with it, but they kind of come in peace because you're not up for it. You know what I'm saying? You just have to block them out. Thank you. Let me see. Am I going to feel comfortable enough to share the circumstances behind my divorce? To a certain extent. And so I did have told you guys that I'm very transparent. I am transparent to the fact that you have to remember I still have, like my kids are on the internet and stuff like that. So that's the only thing. But I will be as open as possible as I can about it, for sure. The girl in KC video did a post interview. Okay. Oh, you're so proud of my. Thank you so much. This is, it will be good, guys. There's so much to talk about. And it doesn't have to be. And some people are like, oh, are you a dating coach? No, you know what I'm saying. I'm not a dating coach, but I feel I am a coach for the people. Like I said, I am a coach for the people, and I just want to keep these conversations going. I want us to have fun, but I want us to be able to talk about anything, to open each other. Like, I want to learn from you all. I want you guys to learn from me. And like all the comments that I've been getting, I am loving them. Even the ones that don't agree with me, I love. Now, the ones that are just coming on here just to be like, oh, like I said, the pick me and all that, it's like, ooh, okay, you got me, and pick me, whatever. I'm like, yeah, I did pick me. Like, I I picked to be better than what you probably are. That was rude. I shouldn't have said that, but like that. No, the Black Manosphere. I heard somebody else talking about that. Do I need to look that up? I do need to add super chat. All I have now is my Cash App, and that's in my about section. But like I said earlier, the super chat, I have to wait for that to be approved. Once they approve me as a YouTube partner, so I apply. Like I said, I hit my marks. They just have to review it and legally accept it. Then I will have the super chat on there for sure. Yes, we can all learn from the other side. But yeah, it's just funny. They're like, oh, "Are you a dating coach?" No. And did I ever? There you go. And there they go, hearing what they want to hear. I never said I was, but I am. Like I said, I am a coach for people. That's one thing I know about, is fighting to become. What, you know what I'm saying? Just fighting to be greater. I know it like no other. I know that humbling process. I know the breaking process. I know the building process. I've had, mental, physical, emotional struggles and overcame those. Um, and I just know that we live in a world where we have got to come together. We talk about it when it comes to black and white issues and all this kind of stuff, and we overlook ourselves, and it's like we got to come together, because we are amazing, and we just have to continue to pour into each other. Okay. When am I being told that I'm pick me? Oh yeah, when they tell you to pick me, yeah, you get picked and they don't. And that's what's so funny. Like, I really ignored a lot of the comments like, oh, but you don't have a man, or you got dumped, you got this. And I think I don't go tit for tat for people. You should if you can only imagine the stuff that I've heard from people, the stuff I used to hear from my ex's fans, and I still do. The stuff they would say, like, I don't play about kids. To me, kids are off limits. But the stuff they would even say about my children. So I'm like, girl, you want to call me a pick me because I'm not on here, like I said, with the sob story? Okay. You want me to bash men? Okay. Like, I'm not going to do it. Like, I'm not. And I'm not even bashing women, but I'm a woman. So I'm going to talk to us about how we need to hold ourselves accountable. But it's the same thing. Like, I've had a lot of guys in the comments that are like, hey, I'm holding myself accountable. I'm working on some stuff. I'm getting myself together. And that's what it is. It's not like, oh, this is only for women or this is only for men. That is some BS. Jessica X, co-parenting with a difficult partner. Yes, that's a really good topic because a lot of people cannot, I just have like a dream when it comes to co-parenting. But because to me, at the end of the day, so if any of you guys have kids, when it comes to co-parenting, this is what it's about. It's not about you all's feelings. It's about the child or the children. So if both of you all love the child, if both of you all want the best, then it's like, you don't have to necessarily, you can agree to disagree. Some people feel like they can't agree to disagree. They want to force somebody to see things their way. No, agree to disagree. But if you have a common goal, focus on that common goal and do whatever you have to do together to get there, period. Somebody says my ex famous. I'm done talking about that. No, I'm famous. He's not famous. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, Jessica X. Let me see. Okay, I'll reach out to her and well, not soon, but you said after I get my feet wet, I'll look her up. I've been like researching a lot of people, so I'll definitely look her up for sure. I'm gonna get off a little bit. Let me see. She's a star. I have three, and they are 12. Hold on, 12, 9, and 5. They are not here right now, but yeah. You know what's funny? I never wanted kids. I never wanted kids, and I never wanted to be married when I was growing up. And I don't know, that probably has something to do with my upbringing too. But yeah, I never wanted to have kids, and I never wanted to be married because I didn't understand how people could like be around the same person every day for the rest of their life. When I was like, oh, who wants to do that? Because I'm not a loner, but like, I just didn't understand it. Now I'm completely different. Like, there is power in companionship for sure. But yeah, growing up, I was just like, nope, no kids. I just wanted to be an aunt. Like, I just wanted to be an aunt. I probably had that mindset where I was like, oh, I'm just going to be successful. I'm going to be single. I'm not going to get married and I'm not having kids. Obviously, I changed that and I wouldn't go back and change any of it for anything in the world. Do I want to get married or die alone? I am open to marriage again because I feel like I was a good wife, but there were a lot of areas where I was lacking just because I wasn't certain things I just didn't know about. And one of them I will talk about are those certain feminine core values. I was not in touch with a lot of mine early on. Towards the end, I went through this whole process and it was like, God was like, okay, here, you're lacking here, here, and here. And not in a mean way, but it's the accountability. I'm like, okay, like I'm a good woman. I was a good wife, but how can I like be better? And I was very like emotionless with a lot of stuff. I didn't understand the fact that men also needed to be, that some men want to feel needed by their woman because I was very just like, my idea of strong and really kind of like stoic and just like, okay, I got it, because I'm extremely loyal. And it's like, I'll tell my man, hey, you go out there, you do what you got to do. I'll hold all of this down. And also like when he had to focus, I became the buffer. Like, hey, no, you're not getting in his head. You're not messing him up. So I also became the buffer and I was blocking stuff so it didn't come his way. So I had all of that. And I would pray for him. I would cover for him, all that kind of stuff. So I felt that made me like the perfect wife. But like I said, certain things I was lacking, and also probably from childhood because I never saw them in my home. Like I never saw my parents hold hands. Um, I never saw them hug. I didn't see them like laying on the couch watching TV. So certain stuff like that, I never heard my mom say like, "Oh, I miss you. I need you." So certain things like that, I was so foreign to that it literally like made my skin crawl. Like 15 years ago, I never would have told a man, "Hey, babe, I miss you. I need you. When are you coming home?" Never. It never would have even never. But now I know men need to hear that. Yeah, it's good to have, to be loyal and to be supportive and to be able to like help them like relieve their stress. So they can focus on work or the grind or whatever. That is all important. But so is me, like the compassion and them wanting to feel like needed and wanted. So the next time I get married, if there's if anybody wants to be my next, no, I'm just kidding, my next husband, I've gotten it together. What is my diet? I eat a little bit of everything. I don't really do like milk, cheese, whipping cream, stuff like that. That causes a lot of bloat. I try to limit my sugar. I just believe in moderation. Moderation is key. So I try to balance my stuff out, like 70% clean or whatever. But I don't believe in diets. I feel like if you really want something, you should have it, but just not all the time. So because it makes it does make you heavy and all that kind of stuff. And then a lot of protein, high protein. I do vegan protein shakes. I'm not vegan, but I do love vegan protein shakes. So I try to keep all that up because if you increase your protein, it helps limit your sugar cravings. Yes, lack of affection. That is 100% what I had. Because you think that only women, want to hear that stuff, but no, men do. Men do too. You have to find that that balance. So like I had to have a little bit of all of it, and now I do know that really being a strong woman is being in tune with like all of those feelings. And it's like I had to talk to myself, and God was like, "No, it's okay. It's okay for you to want somebody. It's okay for you to miss somebody. It's okay for you to say you want to be held or let's watch TV. That does not make you less of a woman. It makes you more of a woman." Let me see. Oh, blow I'll blow up, especially in the Black manosphere. I'm gonna check that out. You guys, I have no idea what this stuff is. I really came on here. I'm like, ooh, this is like World War III up here. Piece of the chat. Awesome. Oh, your ex-wife is the same way. Let me see. Yeah, I've met Tyron's wife before, but he's a good guy, excellent father. I do have a lot to read up on. I definitely do. Have I contacted Kevin Samuels? I don't I don't know. Let me see. You guys are giving me so much information. I'm I'm trying to get me a little intern. He's actually in my house right now. I'm trying to like, force him. He's like a younger than me, very like tech savvy, can kind of learn anything, very intelligent. So I'm starting to see that I'm going to need some help. So if I'm ever, and then I'm going to schedule also. I'm making on a semi schedule with you all. So when I know I'm going to post certain things or go live, and then of course, if anything else comes up, then we'll just do it. I am going to get a Patreon because there's a lot of stuff that I want to talk about, but I feel like it needs to be in private settings and, small groups, like smaller kind of settings or whatever. And I want you guys to be able to reach me at a certain level that others can't. So I will eventually build something for like a private community for sure. I'm all about like exclusivity. Two rings and two houses. Okay, let me find out what my ring size is. Am I single? We will see. Let me see. I need to contact Kevin Samuels immediately. Okay, guys, I will try to. No, I will. Seeing that word, okay. If I consider reconciliation, no. You know what? Honestly, um, I'm good. Like I said, I was married almost 10 years, and the thing is that how do I put it? Some stuff really does just, you know what, you guys, some stuff really does just run its course. Um, some people are honestly better off apart, but not apart like we're in different worlds, but just apart, not in the same space or whatever. And people do, you grow differently. Um, but also before I left my marriage, I made sure that I had exhausted all options because when I leave, I'm gone. When I'm gone, I'm gone. It's not like I never threaten. Kids absolutely love how cool we are. The fact that we can be on the sideline, the soccer games together. We can be in the class. Well, when you did go to the classroom for little parties and stuff, we can do that together. Um, we go over, just recently we're talking about the Christmas gifts. Okay, what are we doing? What are we splitting? All that kind of stuff. So no, it's good. It's honestly good for the kids and it's good for us. Like if he's like, hey, I have to travel, I have to do this. Okay, I got him. And if I'm like, hey, I want to record a YouTube video or go live, even though I do have like a nanny that helps, but he's like, okay, I'm in town, I got him. It just keeps the peace. And what happens is you can have, you guys, two broken people in a household, and I don't believe in that. I do not believe in, just for the sake of it, having one house, or having a marriage and you have two broken people in it. No. And I don't believe in staying in anything for the kids because they see that, they feel the tension, they know something's not right. So I was broken. It was like two broken people in the same house, and now it's like two whole people in separate houses. And it's a healthier situation for sure. Am I selling merchandise? No, not yet. I don't even if I wouldn't even know what to sell. Oh, sure, let me see. This here's an issue. Yeah, I did make deals about Kevin. Am I going to take the vaccine? Oh no. You guys, I honestly don't even know about that one. I'm one of those people that's like, oh my gosh, was it a chip or whatever? I definitely want to be healthy. I definitely want to keep other people healthy. But yeah. Okay, so you know what? I don't consider my a marriage ending to me is not necessarily a broken relationship. You have people that are together who've been together for 30 years, 15 years, 10 years, 2 years. They're in broken relationships for sure. No, when we were together, I feel like, some stuff, it was broken. But no, but I've gone to therapy. I've had counselors. I've had psychiatrists, um, trainers outside of me training myself. So I believe in all of that in general. That's another thing. We have to normalize therapy as just self-care for men and women. If we get a car, we get the oil changed, we get the tires rotated, we get it winterized or whatever. So I don't understand. We come from a culture where it's like you're hush hush, or you're supposed to go pray about it, or you go fast, or it's obviously like if your life something's going wrong in your life, it's because your mom and daddy did something. I don't believe in all that, but I think we need to normalize therapy so you don't have to wait till you get to your breaking point and you just go. Even if you just go once a month or whatever, it just helps to have somebody outside of your circle and outside of yourself who can kind of get the conversation going and help you help yourself. So no, but I did uh go to therapy and everything. Just in general, like I needed it for that, but I just needed it for myself because like I said, I was lacking in a lot of areas that I did not know because it was my norm. And because the women in my family were that way, I was this way. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. Like that's not, my therapist was like, no, that's not right. Like you're so disconnected. And I was like a soldier. So not anymore. Like now I can cry at the drop of a hat. I used to not be able to cry. I couldn't do like hardly anything. I remember one time my therapist he was like, do you cry? And I was like, yeah, a little bit. He was like, you need to cry. And I like had to force myself to cry. So I am like, I've worked on the empathy and the compassion. So I'm very in tune now with a lot of stuff because I'm in tune with myself. single. Let me see. Keep it a good word. Yes, we all need some form of therapy for sure. I don't know Kevin. I do not. You guys really want me to work with him? Everybody's telling me that I need to do collabs or that I need YouTube allies. Could you imagine if Kevin and I teamed up? Even if we did, maybe what if we did like a show together, like once a week? Could you imagine? You know, the target on my back right now is probably growing and growing and growing. But if women, and I have some amazing women who have been commenting on my stuff. The funny thing is that all the women who have been, well, a lot of the ones that have been commenting are all about growth. They're all about healing. They're all about lifting up the men, you know, and everything. And that's why they can hear me out and, you know, and stick around. But the other ones who, you know, want to stay in that pity party and want to, you know, deflect and say, well, I got, you know, I'm a boss babe. I have degrees. I got it on my own. I secured the bag, you know, catching flights, not, you know, all the stuff they say. Catching flights, not feelings. Boop, don't need nobody. We all need somebody. Like, nobody wants to just die alone. You know, nobody wants to die alone. We do. We need people. And that does not mean that those women are lacking in any ways, because they need a man or they want a man or whatever. Just like we need friends and all that, we have to have that interaction. And it's healthy, but it's like that I don't I'm so over the destruction. Like, a lot of the things I've been seeing from some women, I would never want my boys to be with anybody like that, because I've tried so hard raising them to lift them up and to get their mind right now at a young age, that I will be damned if a woman ever comes along and tries to destroy him or anything like that. Or if they make a mistake, you know what I'm saying? Like, obviously we all make mistakes. Now, when you keep doing them, we know their choices. I get it. Just like I've told my boys, when you get older, you're not going to be dogging women out. If you're with somebody and you don't want to be with them anymore, tell them. If you want to explore, you know, be talking to other people, that's fine. I don't believe in, you know, tricking anybody, holding anybody hostage to anything, whether it's pain or whether it's this. I want them to be upfront. And I also told them, I said, if you ever mess up, don't say, oh, well, he made me do this or she made me do this. No, hold yourself accountable first. You have to take ownership of whatever you did. So I'm trying to raise them like that. I don't want anybody else coming up behind me trying to tear them down, because no matter how old I am, I will fight over my kids. Like, we have so many, like, you know, broken people, like I said, and who have broken mindsets. Like, I'm not raising that. Like, I'm not raising that in my house, like, at all. And I refuse for, like I said, an outside person to come and tear them down after I spent, you know, years trying to build them up. Let me see. Dennis Sperling. Okay. So some of these people, you guys, I'm not gonna remember. So I don't know if you can message them and say, like, hey, check her out, or if anybody, like, are any of you guys like tech savvy? Eventually I have to get like a little intro and outro maybe. I don't have like a logo or anything. You should see the way all my lists. And remember, I have ADD, so my mind's always kind of like, oh, I gotta do this. Oh, I gotta do this. You should see, like, look, I'm gonna show you guys something. This isn't for tonight. This is just for like something else. Like, I have note cards. I have stuff printed out. So please, like, some of these people I may not remember. So, like, hit them up. Maybe just like put my name in the comments, or you can always, after this, I'm gonna figure out a way that you can comment and then just kind of put the information again. But I think it saves my chat. It might. I have a pen and a pad too. It's over there. I have a bunch of stuff. Oh, okay, really quick. So before we get off, you guys doing anything exciting for the holidays? Do you celebrate? Do you have your own thing? Is anybody traveling anytime soon? Because I have like the travel bug right now. I really just want to get away for a couple of days. So I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna do it after Christmas or for my birthday. So I turned 38 on New Year's Eve. Thank you, Myron. Hello. Oh, Hanukkah. Awesome. Awesome. Some of my friends do. So that's great. Let me see. Chilling. Everybody's chilling, staying home. I have one person that disliked the stream. Haters. No, I'm just kidding. They don't even know what we're doing. We're not even like, this is just casual, kind of like I told you as I was practicing. And now I know, like, I got to figure out how do people do this? Like, how do you read the stream and make eye contact? Martin, I need to work. Let me see. Come to Orlando, Florida. I was thinking about going to Florida. And I was also thinking about going to Colorado, which I know you guys are like, oh my gosh, it's freezing there. But I'm a mountain girl. I love the mountains. Like, I absolutely love the mountains. I love, like the trees and the fields. It's just so like calming. And maybe it was from like years of being like at parties and Vegas and stuff like that. So for me, like an escape, I really kind of just want to chill. So I love the mountains. And of course, like I love the water and being outside. Like I'm that girl, like I could lay out in the sun all day. And it's like the darker I get, the better I like it. Oh my gosh, South Lake Tahoe. I would love to go there. I said, let's go to Colorado. Okay, let's go. Yes, I am a Capricorn for sure. Did you tell? Some people like they can tell with the signs. But yes, I am a Capricorn. Which is why another thing, me humbling myself and the accountability was a battle. That's why I said I told you guys like something will force you. Like something will baby, it humbled me. I had to like I'm stubborn, you know what I'm saying? So like I'm stubborn. So I have to give myself credit. Like not to toot my own horn, but to toot my own horn. When we get into some more of these topics and just stuff you guys want to know, when I tell you I have grown so much because I was terrible. I was so set in my ways. I was so defensive. I was shut down like Fort Knox. Like I'm one of those people. I didn't like talking. I also had very poor communication skills. I didn't like talking about stuff. So somebody could come in here right now and talk to me. I would just be like this. I wouldn't look. I could completely tune them out. So I have grown a lot. Like this stubborn. The Capricorns are loyal. We're good people, but we're bullheaded too. Thank you for all the compliments. Let's go smoke in the mountains. Let me see. I have a question. With the New Year's coming up, I was planning on starting my fitness journey and losing weight. What do you do to help you? Okay. So you're thinking about starting your fitness journey and losing weight. The first thing I will tell you when it comes and what keeps you motivated, what kept me motivated. So the first thing I would tell you is to ask yourself why. Why do you want to lose weight? Why do you want to start your fitness journey? So when you answer that, so if it's for, I'm just going to make this up. Some people would come to me and they say, hey, I really want to start working out. I want to lose weight. I'm like, okay, great. Why? Oh, because I'm going to Miami in a couple months and I want to fit into this swimsuit. Or I would have guys, so I used to train men, before I only started training women, I used to train men. They'd be like, oh, I got to go on this trip with my guys. We're going to be on the beach. So I want to get bigger. Those kind of people, it's hard to work with because you want a quick fix just to look good for a moment. And so those people can stay motivated, like, okay, I have a trip coming up, but then they can also like lose interest quick. So if you're serious about your health, if you're serious about losing weight, so for example, if you're like, you know what, I just don't feel like myself, I don't feel comfortable in my skin, remember those feelings. So when you're working out, or if it's a day you don't want to get up and work out, or you don't want to eat healthy, that's why you have to remember why you're doing it. If your why is priceless, that will help you push yourself. And then you also have to be realistic. If you're not used to working out, do not get up and think that you're going to do all these crazy workouts you see on Instagram or go train for a marathon. Like if you're literally going from not working out at all, just do a little bit. Maybe say, okay, 3 times this week, I'm going to do 20 minutes. So start small. Do not rush the process. Do not skip the process. Because if you do, you will constantly find yourself starting over. You'll become one of those people that every Monday, they're starting a new diet. Okay. So start small, sets, be realistic with your goals, baby steps, just like you guys have told me for YouTube, baby steps with that. And then remember your why and keep that in the back of your mind. So like for me, there was just parts I was like, okay, I'm never going back. I'm never turning back. My weight has fluctuated. I had been bigger at one point, and then when I was just stressed, training a lot, working out a lot, and just had a crazy lifestyle, I was underweight. But it's all, like I said, it's all about balance. Remember your why. Start small, the baby steps. And then once you reach your goal, knock it off to another small goal. And before you know it, 2 weeks will pass, 4 weeks will pass, a month will pass, and then you'll be there or whatever. So just do that. And also maybe find you an accountability partner. Even if it's somebody that might not be working out with you, but somebody else who you can tell about it, or document your fitness journey, because that will help. Even if strangers are seeing it, that will help hold you accountable. Chewing ginseng now. Oh, I love ginseng. Oh, somebody's a mountain man. Awesome. I'll remember that. Thank you guys for the comments. Let me see. Sea moss. Yeah, here's another thing. A lot of those gimmicks, like a lot of some people are selling, you don't have to buy into that, It's just also write down, going back to the fitness thing, write down your vices. So write down your eating habits. So a lot of times, like your metabolism might be slow because you don't eat enough, and because like you're eating one meal or you're eating a bunch of junk. So your metabolism is like null and void, and your body starts to feel like it's starving. So that's why you'll eat, and it stores everything. Even something healthy, it stores it as fat, it stores it as a certain amount of carbs or whatever. So look at all of your habits, and like I said, just start small, and then don't buy into a bunch of other stuff, because what will happen is you'll start taking that stuff. You may get instant results and then it may stop, or it won't work at all. Because I'm not going to lie, I've had people send me stuff like, hey, can you say you take this? And then I'd be one of those girls like posing like, drink this tea in your stomach so you're going to have a 6-pack. You're not going to have like a 6-pack from that. It's a healthy balance of what you put into your body and also like your movement and your exercise. Yes, water's good. And there's tricks, you know what I'm saying? Like I did on my Instagram before Thanksgiving, I did a Fit for the Holiday series. So I did like 4 days of like fitness tips, or, for like mind, body, and soul. Hot water's good. Peppermint tea, those are all good just to do. Peppermint tea will curb your cravings. Hot water obviously helps with your digestive system. Do I take a pre-workout? No, I do not. I do not take a pre-workout. All right, Phil, good night. I know I'm about to get off of here too in a little bit. It's getting late. Can I cook low carb meals? For sure. I can actually cook. I don't do it all the time, but I can actually cook. Yes, peppermint tea is good for sure. Oh, okay. So really quick. Yes, I'm all for, thank you for watching my channel and supporting men for sure, because I want you guys to support me. We have to support each other. You guys are going to hear me say that all the time, and I hope you don't get tired of it, but I've eased in lightly to YouTube because I can be really harsh. I can be really brash, and not in a mean, it's not to be spiteful. It's just all out of love. I can be very harsh and very brash, but like I said, the videos on the top is going to get more intense, and definitely I will take up, with you all some of your advice. So just always like leave and say, hey, can we talk about this? Or, what about this? I'm just trying to make those, set those building blocks for not only for the page and for the voice, but for like us just becoming whole overall, and us just progressing together and all that kind of stuff. And I feel like it is good, because as a woman, I love the fact, and I looked at my analytics. I love the fact that there's a lot of guys on here, and that you guys are giving your feedback. You guys are open to stuff, whether you're saying like, hey, I'm gonna show my daughters or my sisters or my friends, or if you're just even taking some of the stuff that I'm saying and you're applying it to your life, or you're telling me your experience with it. Like, I absolutely love that. We can all win. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm tired of us just existing. Like, we really got to start living, and we can all win and prove these people. Like, I'm out here I'm gonna prove these people wrong. When it comes to these ladies, like, I am adamant on getting some of these women to be like, you know what? I am like that. Let me stop. Like, let me get it together. And it's okay. Good night. I don't believe in detoxes. I believe in like detox if you just need to kind of cleanse your system for a little bit, but I don't do all of that, at all. Because I'm very like easy with stuff. I have to find stuff that I will actually stick to and do. But like I said, buying all that stuff and say, hey, I'm gonna do this. I would have a cabinet full of stuff. And a lot of people send me products too, but if I can't do it for the long run, if I can't make it a part of my lifestyle for like the next 5 years or whatever, a lot of stuff I just don't do. Oh, okay. So no, I don't know if I can see if it's men or women viewers now, other than like if your name was similar, even though my name is Avery, which is a guy's name. But when I look at the overall analytics or whatever they call it for the page, that's where I can see, like the balance, like guys, versus women or whatever. When I ever do a reality show, I got asked to do one actually. I don't know, it depends on what it's about. It I've been asked to do one. I felt like it was kind of like some of the other ones, and that's just not, that's not me. A lot of people do try to put me in a box and say like, oh, you should do a reality show, you should do this, and like I think that's kind of look at me and say like, oh, you'd be good with this. And I'm like, you should be a celebrity trainer, and I'm like, no, that's like this is what I do. You know what I'm saying? This is what I love. So no, I don't know if I would do, yeah, a reality show. If it has something to do with like dating and all that kind of stuff, like no. If it has something to do with some real stuff, like some really good stuff, then maybe so. Let me see. You know what, JR? I don't know where they pull it from actually. I don't know. I don't When people sign up, do they put male or female? I don't think so. Yeah, good question. Yes, you guys. Oh, get some sleep before the video shoot in the morning. Awesome. Definitely get some rest before that. Yeah, I don't know how they figure out like the men and women at all. At all. Okay, best instruction for the manosphere. I will look. Thank you, Thomas. Let's see. Did I do any modeling? No. Like I've done when people have just asked me like, hey, can we use you for this or can you take pictures for this? Yes, but do I consider myself a model? Not at all. So yeah, when people ask me sometimes, I will say yes, but no, I definitely don't consider myself a model. I'm kind of like I'm not gonna say I'm a tomboy, but it's just certain stuff. And plus I'm camera shy. Don't even say anything. I know you guys probably like you're rolling your eyes, but no, I have been camera shy for years. So just like I can kill a selfie, like, but the fact that somebody else is standing in front of me with a camera, I felt exposed. And probably because I had so much work to do and I was hiding so much. So I didn't like, being around the cameras and stuff. And I always try to stay away from them. Oh, thank you. I'm reading I'm a beautiful woman and my perspective is even more attractive. Thank you very much. Oh, somebody said you put your gender on your Gmail account. I don't, I don't remember. Oh, okay. So I got the Canon M50. I think I was gonna get the Sony Z something, I think it was, but I ended up getting the Canon M50. Why did I get the Canon M50? I don't know. I think it's because I conventionally changed the lenses out. The person who's not tech savvy is talking about changing lenses on a camera. Um, but when I was at the store, it was something else. Oh, it was something with like some sensor thing. The sensor's bigger. I don't know what that's about. And so it was like a better buy for me. And I love it. I don't know what I'm doing with it yet. And I have this like big microphone up there. You guys should really see this setup. I look really official and I'm just like, ooh. Yeah, I might not have it on that. I don't 10.8. I don't know what's I don't know what I have it on. How much was my mic? It was just It was 100. It's a, oh, wait, do I have it in here? A road or something?